Well, we just had a call out about a little baby that's been handed in to another sanctuary. Seems like this little one was knocked down, or mother was knocked down on the road. People going past saw some kind of movement. Unfortunately, they stopped and saw there was still a little baby attached to its mom. We're not really too sure how long the little one's been there, so we're just trying to get through to it as quickly as possible so we can make sure we can give it some rehydration and get a little bit of sustenance just to make sure everything's okay. So we're very grateful to those people that did stop and basically handed this little one in. So again, this is a trip through to Hoedspruit. As you can see, a very, very scenic area, beautiful mountains, and a lot of times we actually see a lot of wildlife on the way through to Hoedspruit. So it's not such a bad road, just a long drive to go, but as I say, a very interesting one and in a very scenic part of South Africa. So we're going to meet the people halfway, normally around about this, well, I should say halfway between meeting at the snake park. It's a little bit closer than where their sanctuary is. It just makes it a little bit easier for us and saves a little bit on the drive. So we'll see what's going to happen. We'll be picking up this little one here on the side of the road. Hi. Oh, shame, man. Did they say what happened or how they got it?
I literally just found him on the road without mom, and then no other monkeys around, just by himself.
Oh, baby.
Shame, I got a little sore in the ear.
Yeah, I see.
Alright.
Yeah, I think they just given it a bit of Darrows, some electrolytes, I think twice, but he's not really suckling, I don't think.
Yeah.
But he's a bit dehydrated.
Alright, we'll get that sorted.
Thank you. How old would you say he is? He's so small.
How many teeth has he got?
I can't check your teeth when you're crying. They're coming out, but I can't really see any that's proper out yet. It's more gums.
Yeah, probably close 2 or 3 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, around the 3, I think. Yeah. Looks like a boy.
Yeah.
Sleep. Yeah. It's definitely, it's a bit of a tear in the ear. It goes in a bit.
So it must have been from a car accident or something. So.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, baby. Yeah, it does have a few small scabs around the face as well. On the hands as well, so it has quite a few scabs everywhere. What happened?
theory, we need more girls to get the girl quota up in the enclosures.
Yeah. So cute. Yeah, I know. You are very small.
He's tiny. You're a tiny one.
Dehydrated, so that's nice. Yes.
Hello. Hello, sir.
It's full of little scabs, but they look to be semi-healed. Ah. You are a very cute one. Very cute. Very cute. Yes.
Oh, you little bundle of joy.
Not quite joy, but yeah. I give her a call and see if she would like to come pick up her baby. Yeah.
Maybe it was a trick. Maybe we should do it again.
Oh yeah, there's Sophie. She's not even running or anything.
No.
She's just taking her time, walking down. You are a very cute one. She wanted to get dinner before picking up the baby. He's making faces at me.
Well, at least we can see what we're going to eat.
Oh, so he's there.
Careful, this one's really vicious.
Yeah, I can see that.
Huh?
You must have had a great time.
Greater than you, at least.
Jeez, we've had to tie her up like that, otherwise we would have killed us.
Look at that little tiny guy. Look at that little guy.
It's very tiny.
Huh?
Very small.
He's so small. You
Very
sure
small, very ferocious.
sure-
All ready for baby mom Sophie.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I have him all wrapped up for you.
Oh, little present. Oh, he's a dinky boy.
I think boy, but my track record is really bad. He does have quite a large, that's a tick at the corner of the eye. And a few of these small ones are ticks.
Baby. What's the story?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
He's,
He was found on
Okay.
the side of the road, so they
Yeah.
assumed car accident.
but yeah, I
So.
would presume that he's been without mom for quite a bit with the amount of ticks that's on him. He has a few scrapes around, but they're all...
This is baby number 14, a little boy. Just collected him from Dave's car along with Claudia, and we will give him a full health check tomorrow, including temperature and weight, but he does seem all healthy. He does have quite a lot of ticks on him, so I have picked off the worst ones kind of around his eyes. He does have quite a lot around his kind of hairline and beyond. He does also, very sadly, have a ripped ear just here. Unfortunately, that probably came with him. Obviously, I believe him and his mum were hit by a car. Very young, under 9 days old, because he has no teeth, but he is quite active. He is quite stable on his legs, so we'll probably go around the 8 to 9 day mark from that perspective. He's come just after 5 o'clock, so I will just take him for an early night shift. I'm going to be waking up every 2 hours with him during the night, because he is under that 2 week mark. And then we will see how he goes tomorrow. Sassafras, who is currently in Neverland, will move into Disneyland tomorrow, and we will just see how it goes from that perspective. He was quite upset in the car, Claudia said. He has just settled in. Obviously it's a lot for him, a lot of changes, a lot going on. So they are normally quite tired on their first night. But I will keep you updated and let you know how everything goes. Just about to do our third feed with little one. He was crying before I started filming. This is the bottle that he's got. There are numbers on it. There is the one. So we'll see if he wants. Hey Bubs. Wanna take? Good boy. So we just keep the one at the top, so that just means it's a slow flow, especially because he's so young. We want the smallest flow. He is drinking nicely there. The bottle was on about 7 ml. It's now on about 3 ml, so he just had 4 ml there, which is perfect. With him, he'll get fed every 2 hours, but for the moment I'll feed him every half an hour, obviously, while I'm awake from that perspective, just because I don't know what he's had while he's been at Mahalo Holo. We just check hydration. It's okay at the moment. It's not the best, but he has had some rehy, so it'll just be a matter of feeding him, and then we'll see if he's chill enough to stay in his crate until his next feed. Hey Bubs. Little man did well for his first night shift. We woke up every hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes in the night to feed him, just because that's when he would start crying, that's when he would start getting hungry. He is on 25 mils this morning, that's 25 mils since midnight, which is great because it means he's starting off to a good total. I did focus on trying to get most of the ticks off him last night. He still does have a couple on his face, which we'll do in the light in Neverland, so it's a bit darker in my room. See, there's one just above his right eye. And then yeah, Alyssa's gonna come. We're gonna take him to Neverland, do his weight, take his temperature, give him a proper little health check, even though we gave him a quick one last night, and see how he gets on. Okay, so here we have orphan number 15. So orphan number 15 did come in late last night while we were all dealing with the heat stroke. So we weren't able to give him a full check, but Michaela did give him a quick one in the car. So we are definitely a boy. We have 10 nice big teeth. We have quite a dark face. Can I check your hydration? Oh, I know you want to bite. Hydration is good. Got a little bit of a messy bum, don't we? Overall, he does look nice and healthy. He does have a couple of like seed pod things in his fur, which we'll get out. We've just taken his temperature. It was a very nice, healthy 37.6. So we're just going to weigh him now. So, hi, I'm sorry. So we just want to weigh the blanket and the pot, and then it'll tell us exactly what he is. I know. Hey. That's it. Boy. So we're on about 27 ml milk at the moment, and we've had a little nap, but we are quite upset. We like to go up to the windows and cry, but that is very normal for a wild pupper. Just check the weight. So he is 461. Good boy. Got that nice dark face there. So I'm gonna age him around 6 weeks. You can tell he's getting this. So this will become white and then his crown will become here. So he's already got that, which is good. I know. And do we have a little tick? We have a little tick by our ear, so I will get that one off. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah, you can stop.
Well, today was one of those days that you just couldn't believe it happened and you wish it never did happen. Temperatures were exceeding 42 degrees. Monkeys started falling from trees. Shaded areas had absolutely no effect to help the cooling. We were picking up bodies and racing to sickbay to try and administer cooling trials and cool their poor little bodies down. Rehydration was given where we could, but still we lost 12 lives today. Regardless of how hard we tried, we still celebrate for the 3 lives we managed to save, and sit wondering why. What did we do wrong? What did we need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again? And these thoughts will always be with us. I just want to take this moment to thank our team for everybody here that was here today that experienced this tragedy. Thank you for stepping in. Thank you for your help, not giving up. Everybody doing as much as they can to save the lives of those monkeys that we could. And even in this disastrous time, we still had little orphans arriving. We had two juveniles arriving in the evening, in the middle of the night, and people were still there to give their support and care for these animals. And I'd just like to thank their dedication that our team has got to making sure we give the best to these animals in our care.
So it is just gone midnight after we had our heat wave. In which unfortunately we lost a few monkeys. So we do have people down in sick bay just looking after Squeezy. and Hardy. So we're doing 2-hour shifts on them overnight, and we've just received these 2 girls. They've been travelling from the northwest, so we're not 100% sure on the story. John, one of the local team, brought them up, so I'm not sure if they were dropped off, obviously, because they live on site. So we're gonna give them a quick health check, get them microchipped and put them into the crush cage. Seem like they could be 1 or 2 year olds, we're not 100% sure yet.
Here we have Squeezy from the Royal Introduction Enclosure. So she came in yesterday due to heat stroke. So yesterday it was about 42-43 degrees Celsius, so it was very hot. And although we provided all the monkeys with water and salt for electrolytes, as well as the introduction enclosures with Rehigh, there were quite a few monkeys that were affected, Squeezy being one of them. One of the staff reported her to be unresponsive around 4 p.m. yesterday, so we brought her in immediately, giving her treatment, fanning her, as well as spraying her with some cold water. She did vomit quite a bit yesterday, but this morning she's been doing quite well. We were checking her last night, so we had 2-hour shifts, each of us, throughout the night, just to make sure that she's okay, not seizing or anything, and she's been doing good. She hasn't been vomiting again. She's been eating quite a bit, which is good as well. We've been giving her juicy fruits such as cucumber, papaya, watermelon, apple, and so on.
Chief's awake this morning, sitting up and drinking rehydration through the bars, which makes it easier. He had a couple of grapes in the night and yet lots of mango, and he looks a bit stronger this morning. He even picked up a grape or 2 with his hand, which is good. Chief Longhair from Gizmo Troop, he's on his way to sick bay, so he can be taken care of down there now that he's more stable and eating by himself and drinking by himself. So, much cooler day today, 29 degrees instead of 42, so we're very, very thankful for the relief of the clouds and the cool weather for the monkeys. Chief's now in crush cage. We just transferred him over and he's been walking around, so that's really good news. Much more stable today, and see how he gets about. He's going to have close monitoring in sick bay.
So here we have Chief Longhair from Gizmo Troop. He's currently in sick bay. He moved into a crush cage this morning. Currently we're just giving him some watermelon juice and he really loves it. So just as he's still a bit weak, we're just syringe feeding it to him. But he really likes it.
Here we have Squeezy, a monkey from Royal Troop. She's in an intro cage with Susie. She was found yesterday struggling when we were checking on all the monkeys because of the heat. She's suffering from heat stroke. We're keeping a real close eye on her, but she's doing much better. She's been eating and drinking really well, and she's back to herself, moving around. So that's really amazing. We have our 26 years old Hardy boy. Hardy is from an IC in Vervet Troop. He's one of the monkeys that we found yesterday, was suffering from heat stroke. So he spent the night in sick bay. He's doing okay. He's been eating a lot of apples. He looks like his usual self. Here we have Chief Longhair from Gizmo Troop. He was found unresponsive because of heat stroke yesterday. He spent the night with intensive care, and he's now in sick bay. He's doing better, he's more stable. He's really tired, so he keeps snapping. He's been eating a little. So yeah.
Here we have Squeezy in hotel sickbay. So she came in a few days ago due to heat stroke. She's doing a lot better right now. She's eating really well, she's active, even tipping her water bowl when she's bored. But yeah, she's doing really well.
Alright, this is our boy Hardy, who also came in on the heat stroke day, but then he went home, and we just noticed a few days ago he was a little bit wobbly on his back, on his legs, and had some blood coming out of his nose, so we took him in more as a precaution. And yeah, he's back to normal. He's moving, he's jumping over the little middle bit, no problem. Good appetite, and he's definitely good enough to go back home with his friend Roman. So we'll take him back now.
So here we have Hardy moving back to his enclosure. So he came in last week as it was very hot. It was more than 40 degrees Celsius. But yeah, he's doing really well. He's been eating well. He's back to his normal self. So now he's moving back to his enclosure. He lives with Roman. They tend to always do better when they're together, so we're sure he'll be very happy to go back home. So we've got Roman locked on the one side, and then we're going to put Hardy in here, and then they'll be reunited. Slowly tip him on his side. So we're just tipping him on his side as he's an old boy. And he's not as mobile as the younger monkeys might be. So we just slowly tip him, and then it'll be much easier for him to get out. And there we go. So there he went. Here's Roman. And then there we have Hardy going to the other side. So here he is back in his enclosure, looking at the leftovers that Roman had from this morning. Yeah, happy to be back. There comes Roman, over to say hello. Here we have Squeezy from Royal Intro Cage. So she's also moving back today. So she came in same day as Hardy due to heat stroke. And then we have Royal. So we just released Squeezy back with Susie, and she's already getting a little groom. So Susie is grooming, well, she was grooming Squeezy.
Now it's Squeezy grooming Susie. They are so happy to be back together. This is Squeezy grooming Susie.
I don't know because he looks so good. Oh no, I got him, he moved. Oh wait.
Here we have Chief Longhair moving back to Gizmo Troop. Well, the introduction cage just for now. But he came in exactly a week ago due to heat stroke. He was pretty critical, and he was at Josie's house receiving extra special care. So here we arrived at the Gizmo introduction cage. We've got all the monkeys of the troop coming to say hello. So now we're just going to move him inside. Chief Longhair back in the Gizmo introduction cage after being in Gizmo for a week. Not in Gizmo, in hotel sickbay for a week. As you can see, he's a bit eyebrowy. I'm wearing a hoodie just because it's raining, so usually they get a bit eyebrowy when people wear hats.
We have Chief from Gizmo Tube. He spent the last week in sickbay because of heatstroke. He's now back in IC so we can monitor how he's eating and how he's doing. But so far so good, he's doing really super good. So hopefully he gets released pretty soon into his troop.
Alright, we're here at Gizmo. Special guest Shelley, our UK events coordinator who just arrived yesterday. And we're here at Chief Longhair. So he was one of the ones who came into sick bay. We found him in the troop unresponsive during the heat wave. So he was due to heat stroke. So he was in critical care for a couple of days. And then he was much better, much improved. And as you can see, he's back to normal. It's about a week later now. And we can let him back out into the troop. As you can see, everybody is waiting. You want to do the honours, Shelley?
Yeah. Am I leaving the door?
You can see he might go out. No.
Then we're right in.
Yeah, they're probably going to steal all my plates, but whatever.
So of course all the other monkeys really want to come in because they think there's some nice food, and while they're all doing that, Chief Longhair, he disappeared out the side and back home and back into his enclosure, and much cooler times now, and we just hope things go a lot better. We're trying to do some more improvements to see how we can get cooler areas or areas that the monkeys can go to when necessary, if we ever have a heat wave again. May your souls rest in peace, and you move on to the promised land, where all live together as one, and finally live without persecution. Sorry we weren't there in your time of need. Everybody did their utmost to help where we could.
I want to look at ice bucket in the
This little boy was found up in the far northern parts of South Africa, and the people decided to meet us halfway and bring him down to us. Apparently was hit by a car. I'm not too sure if they saw him hit by a car or not, but they brought him through on exactly the same day. Does seem to have about 10 teeth in his mouth, very dark face, a lot of little ticks on him. So the ticks normally mean that they're being lying around on the bush on their own without their mom. So we're not too sure how long the little one's been on its own or not. It does seem very healthy, but of course it's going to be calling out for its mom quite a lot, and that's going to cause a little bit of stress for everybody, because as I say, these ones know they've lost their mom, and will be calling quite a lot to try and find them.
Little boy, very dark face.
What is ang drink?
Sure, kasi also Ghana. I still considering sure the op 9 weke kry hulle se golden sand. Wat ons het doen nou? Want die also Ghana het sy ouer as ja. So here we have the little boy. He's had about 14 mils of rehy and 10 mils of milk. So he's a bit more hydrated at the moment. We still have quite a journey ahead of us towards the foundation. So he's just having a little bit of a nap at the moment, which is good. He was crying a bit looking out the window earlier. The shock of losing his mum hitting him. But yeah, luckily he doesn't seem to be having any injuries, which is good. But yeah. So here we have the little boy. As you can see, he's quite upset. Also being a bit cheeky, giving us an eyebrow. But that's just because he's old enough to know that humans aren't really supposed to be part of the picture. His mum would have taught him that humans are not a species that you tend to go to. Yeah, he is calling out for her, which is normal. It's part of their grieving process. Obviously we do offer him comfort, but you also sometimes they just need a cry. Little baby boy is having a nap, so he's been drinking quite well. He's obviously upset, but he's doing well considering. But here we just entered some beautiful greenery, and sometimes we even see some mango monkeys, which is very cool. Just burritoed in a kind of a wet blanket, just because it's very hot, so to keep him nice and cool. So far he seems to have been enjoying the coldish blanket, which is good. But yeah.
It's always difficult with these little ones, and one never really knows what's going through their mind as they're staring out there in the roads and the trees, and just wondering where their family might be, if there's ever a chance of finding the family, or if they know they're getting further and further away of the place that we were born, and it's just probably very bewildering for them.
It's currently in with Indy and baby number 15 in Neverland. So Indy's been with us for 2 days. Baby number 15 came yesterday at about 5, and then Shelby and Dave have just gone to go and get another baby. I'm not sure on the story, not sure on how old. Thankfully the round trip is about an hour and a half, which is a lot better, because yesterday it was over 5 hour round trip. So we're going to be bringing a third one in here. We would normally quarantine them separately, but unfortunately we have no one else. We are quite short staffed at the moment, and Loveland's currently got some special care babies in, so they're going to join each other. We'll get their fecal samples tested as soon as possible, but they are all wild, we believe, so we'll see how they get on, see how they say hello to the new baby.
So we've just had Dave and Shelby coming back with another baby. 3 babies in 3 days. Let's see.
A little boy.
A little boy.
Very dehydrated.
Okay.
And also like a sliver on wrong leg. Is that the right leg? Where's your leg? Right.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I have the things in to clean the wound.
Okay.
No, I'm back already. I picked him up. I've just arrived at the foundation.
He was very
The
sleepy.
reception's not very good on the road.
Like just out of it, you know?
Do you know
Yeah.
what happened to this little one? So they're not really too sure what happened to this little one. One of the residents at the lodge found it just lying outside on the ground, and informed Brian, and he got hold of us, and of course we went to collect it. Okay. No, thanks. I just see he's got like a little cut on his leg. It looks like he might have been caught in a snare or something like that. But no, thanks very much, Brian. I appreciate it. Okay. Thanks, eh? What number is this now?
16?
This is the 16.
Right, little one, you wanna climb? Hey? Yeah, you wanna climb, little one? There we go. Hey, right. Right. Let's take away all the dead tissue and do it gently to begin with. There we go, so it's all clean. At least a bit cleaner. That looks okay. That should heal alright.
Yeah, that looks a lot nicer now.
And can move and bend, which is good.
Yeah, he was putting weight on it when he was trying to
Okay.
climb, so
You can also spray some silver on that in between
Yeah.
cleans as well.
yeah, no, he's using it
Okay,
fine.
using that alright.
Yeah,
Probably
defo
just
a
gonna-
boy.
Good.
Defo
Yeah.
a boy.
Alright. There you go.
Yeah, it might just be a little bit sore in that leg, but he's moving all right with it.
Oh, it's all bewildering, isn't it, eh?
Hey, Bubs.
And also there'll be some visual loss in that eye, which is going to be confusing as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll have to see when he's more...
Yeah. Okay.
Little
one.
Hey, bud. So we also just found a older wound at the back of his ear, so we just picked up the scab, soaked it with some bioscrub. So that wound looks very nice. It's pretty much healed, so that will be very fine. He is a little bit out of it, as you can see. He's very tired as well. He was just picked up today, so he's had a It's had a long, rough day today.
With orphan number 16, our little boy with the head trauma, possible blindness and leg wound. So we're just going to weigh him. We've just given him some time to settle, sleep. Just going to see if we can just pop him in. So we are 374 grams. We just check those teeth. So I would say he's probably about 4 weeks old. So oh baby, you can go to sleep if you want. In Neverland, we have number 16 who's 4 weeks old. We have little Indy who is about 5 days old. We have number 15 who is about 6 weeks old. So different ages in here. All are doing okay. Don't know whether it shows up well on camera, but this eye, so his right eye, you can see that it's a bit more cloudy than the rest of them, and the pupil looks a bit white instead of it being black. So we're not 100% sure if he does have vision in that eye at the moment. He is walking around and moving a little bit better than he was earlier, but we are just being careful, no climbing for him at the moment, just because obviously we're not sure what kind of head trauma he had. But he is a bit more alert and awake now, which is very, very good.
This is baby 16. He arrived yesterday evening with a potential head trauma. We were worried about seizures. That's why he's with us in the office today. But he has decided he is in a running mood. He's calling out for his mum, which is very sad. We don't quite know what happened to her, potentially caught by a snare. But hopefully we can get him with the other babies tomorrow, so then he can have some company from other monkeys as well. He's drinking away, and poor little boy is a little bit distressed. I know.
Baby 16 had some seizures and we had to give him some medication to help calm him down. So he's been sleeping all afternoon. His gums went very pale and he went cold, but you can see that he's up and about drinking milk again now. So that's a good sign. We're going to keep a very close eye on him tonight and see what he needs. It's always difficult to know what happens to them when you don't have their exact story.
You can see the one pupil looks a little bit cloudy, another one's a little bit dilated. So it's hard to say what kind of trauma this little one's been to, especially with the little cuts and abrasions all here and there. Possibly could have fallen off the roof. We're really not too sure, but he's definitely been through something, and something that's actually caused this trauma.
Just finished night shift with babies 14, 15 and 16. This is baby number 15. We still don't have a name yet. He did okay during the night. He did wake up at 2 a.m. And refused to take milk. He was a little bit dehydrated, so he had some Rehi instead. He just had some milk and a burrito, which is why he's just there in the corner. But we'll cover him up because Shelby, baby in turn, is going to collect him soon and take him down to Neverland, along with baby number 14, Indy. Indy always is a perfect little angel on night shift. He sleeps, wakes up to drink, and then goes back to sleep, which we're all very happy about. Indy does get fed every 2 hours, and that was good for last night, just because we do have in here, we have baby number 16. Now, baby number 16 did have a pretty scary seizure yesterday. Hi. As you can see, he's doing much better today. We do just want to keep a close eye on him. So every time I fed Indy last night, I also checked on number 16. And all he wants to do now is climb and be very active. But he's doing okay. He's doing much better than yesterday. He's very glad. He's with Hannah today, as he is a critical care patient now, and Hannah is experiencing seizures, so he's going to be well looked after. But we'll see how he gets on. This is baby number 15, who has been named Una Lily, which is the Cherokee word for friend. So he has just been up to the feeding cage. He has had 7 ml milk, and he has also been having some of the food plates. So we have mango, banana, apple, and sweet potato on there. Just in Disneyland with Kristen, Indy, Unality. Mariana has just woken up from a nap. And then Olaf is on the other side. So they've just been given a seed plate. So Unality hasn't been drinking very well recently and has had a low appetite. So he's been getting a seed plate. So this is, so he's got pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and then lentil sprouts. So this is a plate mainly just for Unality, but obviously the other babies can help themselves if they wish. Just help him put on some weight, just because he has lost almost 100 grams since being with us, just because he has been in a bit of a depressive state. He is getting better and better each day, but obviously we just want him to be nice and strong and healthy. So he's having those seed plates. So he's just having some pumpkin seeds now. This is just in addition, so they get this one in the morning, and then they get their 2 food plates in Disneyland, and then their snack food plate in the evening. That's Unality at the plate at the moment. Looking towards us, sorry, that was Mariana. So this is Unality, who is just coming back into Neverland. Feel like he's a bit stressed out and overwhelmed with all the other babies. He's still showing signs of trauma. So we just want to bring him into somewhere a bit smaller with a bit less going on. That is Indy on the top. And then I've just got Mariana, who's a bit hungry and tired. Hi, Papa. You want to come? Right, Indy, you come. It's okay. Come here. So I will just take him with me. And then we have Indy. And then Marianne will just say hello to her new friend.
Thank you everybody for watching. It's quite a sad episode, and sets one back a little bit when you try to do everything that you can, and you've saved these animals once, and then to lose them afterwards for no real good reason at all. And these things sometimes don't go down very well, and it's very difficult when one's put in everything to try and save these little lives, and you can just get some climatic condition that just takes them away from you in one fell swoop. But this is nature for you, and this is how nature works, and we have to just accept there's reasoning behind everything that happens. Sometimes one has to just go earlier than you've expected, and everything you do, doesn't matter how much you put in, you can't stop the inevitable. Thanks again everybody for watching. Thanks for those that support us on a monthly basis, those that share, those that join up with our Patreon and other social media. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for getting new people to join. Really makes a difference on this channel. I hope you did enjoy this episode. We've got 3 lots coming in. We'll hear a lot more about them in the next episode as everybody recovers from the tragedy. Thanks for watching. See you then.